Hello guys, Death Trooper with you here. It has been a while since I've done a video, and I've just randomly decided to do some more. A few people have posted on my profile that they'd like some more videos, so I'll try and get back into it. I know I've taken a kind of a break from it. So anyway, this game here is a 3 versus 3. We have myself up here, Death Trooper, Purple Terran. We have down here my partner, S-Mac, Protoss, Orange Protoss, and we have yellow, M-Dub Terran, also on my team. We are against Mr. Adolf, a Terran, a Cancel X, another Terran, and a TEDx Wang, who is a Protoss. So it's actually a mirror matchup. I didn't even know this. Anyway, the strategy that my team has decided to do randomly for this video is a pool all of our money to the Protoss player. So if we look at income, basically what's going to happen is myself and M-Dub are going to get just a barracks, a bunker, and maybe a couple marines each, get the orbital command so we can get mules and just get both gases and just pump workers, and then pool all of our resources to our Protoss teammate S-Mac. He will be doing all of the macroing. He will throw down a ridiculous amount of gateways, techs, upgrades, whatever he can to spend all the money that we give him, and warp gate technology obviously. And then we decided blink stalkers at the beginning of this game. So basically, since myself and M-Dub will be doing very little in terms of macroing, we can very easily micro the battles. So we will micro the battles and take care of all of that, while S-Mac focuses 100% on macro. So rather than most games where each player kind of does their own macro and micro, and it's kind of a mess bouncing back and forth between battles in your base sometimes and you fall behind, in this game we decided, alright, let's try this strategy. We know it's a viable strategy. Top level players have tried this to much success. There have been a few videos and replays that are around on YouTube already with this kind of strategy, so we figured we'd give it a try. We have no idea how to properly do it with like correct timings or precise build orders, but we decided to give it a go, and we'll see how it goes. So I've already got my barracks up. I'm getting the bunker and the orbital command as well. Just throwing down some supply depots and both the gas now as well. M-Dub already has both gas pumping. Now note that you cannot transfer resources for, I believe, the first 5 minutes of the game. So that means there's a big window of vulnerability on all of us, and that's kind of why we throw down these bunkers and build a couple marines, so that we at least don't have nothing. But once that window passes and S-Mac starts getting pooled and gets warp gate up, then the window's over. This strategy doesn't give S-Mac any more forces than the other team. It should be equal forces, and you think, oh well, one player's building it all, so the other players don't have to spend money on building things. True, but S-Mac still has to build 3 times as many buildings as he normally would. So really, the resources and the troop count kind of should work out in the same. The only real difference is that it should be easier for us to micro the battles while he just takes care of macro, and he can just reproduce the army so quickly with warp gates, whereas every other race has to wait for a unit to build. And so that's kind of the other benefit to this strategy. He can just instantly warp in units as long as we keep flooding him with resources, so reinforcements and things like that can be on the way. Anyway, I'll start commentating on the game now. As we can see here, there's some Reapers in the base by Cancel X, and he's even throwing down a bunker. So he's exploiting this window. They've scouted us. They don't really know that we're pooling him at this point, but I've decided to send my Marines to help. But S-Mac got his Stalker out, so he doesn't even need it. One Stalker can easily take care of all of these Reapers, and that's that. So now I'm pretty much running my Marine back. I expected him to jump up the side up here and come after me. I'm not sure if he does. He actually does. So that was good play by him. I spotted this and didn't quite react in time. I thought I had my guy on attack there, but I didn't. So anyway, I got my Marines over here. He'll get a couple kills, 4 kills actually. That's pretty good. But I've dealt with that. Put my SCVs back to work. That's not too bad. So that little harassment, I don't know if that really paid off. He had 4 Reapers, I would say, and killed maybe a few probes, a pylon. Like, I don't think it was worth the gas anyway. He spent 200 gas on these Reapers. That's easily like a siege tank and siege tech, or like a lot of things that gas could have gone towards instead. So red player is pretty much really, or that wasn't red, that was Cancel X. Blue player was pretty much committing to those Reapers pretty hard. Didn't really make them pay off in my opinion. I mean, did a little bit of harassment, but nothing too much. So anyway, the observer's out now for this guy. So he'll see that I really have nothing in my base. They either think I'm probably either a total noob or what's going on here. Alarm bells should be ringing when you see 1 barracks, nothing else happening, and 2 gas and full mining. So at this point, I believe we started pooling SMAC. I don't know if there's a way to see that. Spending, SMAC should be through the roof, and myself and MDub should be low. Anyway, they're at my base attacking. I'm going to close this menu. I just find it blocks a lot of the screen. So anyway, they're attacking me now. So I've pulled off all these SCVs to repair, not to attack. You have to repair your wall so that they can't get in. And as you can see, I didn't really lose too many guys, and I kind of delayed enough time to have SMAC's army come here and deal with this. So SMAC's been pumping mostly stalkers at this point. I mean, they force fielded the ramp to prevent SMAC from getting in. That was a pretty good play. But I'm just going to send my workers back. SMAC's army's here, so I might lose a few, but it's nothing too serious. And SMAC can easily clean this up. So they kind of attacked one army, just came after me. I don't know why they all didn't attack together. Or I guess they might not be as coordinated as us, but it's a lot easier as well when you do this pool strategy. You know, all the army is in one place at one time, and everybody's controlling just one army, so it saves the confusion of multiple different armies happening. So anyway, here we are pushing out. We decide it's time to counterattack. I believe SMAC probably has blink up at this time. I'm not too sure. Actually, he might not. Anyway, we'll just come back here. Maybe production. We'll show what's going on here. So now, I don't know if these have blink yet. Oh, they do already have blink research. I don't know how I missed that building. I don't know where he put it. But anyway, we kind of get pinched here between both players. We do some dirty force fields. We're kind of trying to blink micro away from the battle here, put the wounded guys to the back, and this is where MDub and I can kind of focus on micro a little bit. But with this many units attacking us, it's a lost battle basically, and we're being pushed into a corner. So we're going to lose these troops no matter what. So we do as best we can here, and these guys all go down. But SMAC summoned up a whole bunch right away. Look at how many he just did, just because we're pooling him. So as you can see, he's got a lot. Sorry, this guy just messaged me. Anyway, here we are. SMAC's army pushing out again. So as we can see here, we're about to engage, and here you'll see perfect examples of blink micro. Blink, 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 and that's exactly what you need to do. Just pull all the wounded ones back so they don't die. And now pretty much none of these guys have died. We've taken out their whole army. Yes, our guys are kind of half weakened, some of them, but all of them collectively will get a lot more shots and do a lot more damage, and they have no more armies. So now we're blinking on up in here. We're going to start taking out this guy. Basically, that's the strategy, that's the game. I'm going to cast 2 games like this, showing you guys how it worked pooling. I'm not saying that this strategy is overkill or that you guys should try it every time, but I thought it was definitely an interesting tactic to try once or twice or a few times, or if you're ever bored and if you're with friends and one of them plays Protoss, you can try it as well. So it is a viable strategy. It does work. we do end up winning this game. So I'm just going to fast forward 23 minutes. I don't think we really want to watch all that. I don't know. You guys might. If so, tell me in the future, and I won't just fast forward games. So they eventually clean this little party up here, push us out, and it turns into a big, basically just battle of back and forth, but we're pretty much on the offensive the whole time at this point. Blue's dead now. They're kind of streaming units to SMAC. I guess they realize that he's obviously all of the production and none of us are doing anything. So I guess they're trying to take him out, but because we just keep pooling SMAC money, he can just summon units instantly in his base. It doesn't even matter. So now we've killed Red. Red's dead. So now it's moving along here. Finish Blue off again. I guess he kind of tried to rebuild. Definitely make sure that he doesn't get back up, but he does have this Expo and a few barracks, so he is still producing. But here's the battle that ends him. He just leaves the game, rage quits. Red leaves the game, rage quits, and now it's pretty much just this other guy. I mean, he has a few Thors, which are pretty decent against Stalkers, I guess, but once you get to this many Stalkers, it's just over. There's nothing really that Thors can do against that. Taking out the Expo over here. Just a little bit of cat and mouse running around, and basically, yeah, we had a little moment of weakness, I guess we could say, while I was trying to expand and while MDub was expanding, and he expands to gold as well as I expand to gold. That's another thing, you do have to expand when you do this, because eventually you will mine out of your mains. So SMAC got DTs as well, a whole bunch of tech options. It's nice because he can do so many things with all the money. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that video, and yeah, let me know what you think.